Hey dudes and chicks, and neither of those rules don't apply to you. Welcome to Pick for Last Time. My name is Katie. Today, I am going to be popping this palette's cherry. This is the Fatally Yours Bailey Sarian collab with Melt Cosmetics. It has a little insert, as we've all seen. It looks like this. The color story looks like this. And if you guys are excited to see how I got this look, or hearing my final thoughts on this palette, or seeing the swatches, or if you just like to watch, then hang out. So I'm gonna do the swatches, even though I kind of don't really want to. So I'm gonna start with Arsenic. And I bet you anything this color is a lot better than what I think. Yeah, it's just like, there's just something about these shadows that's like, it's like the oil from your, it's like the oil from your body like seeps into it and makes it, holy cow, that's like, really, holy fuck. Yeah, that's the color I used around the outsides, and it didn't blend out that well. It's a really nice color, but that was Cyanide. This is Thallium. This is Mercury. Oh, this one's a little more buttery. It's kind of a coffee color. Ooh, that's a really cool color. I actually, if I liked brown, that probably would have been my favorite. This is Sarin. Again, it's a melt, like red. It looks like it's really red in the pan, but on the skin it's actually like a dingy purpley, not really Merlot, just a little dirtier. Like this is Phosgene. I really like this color. I wish I would have used it, but this is Ricin. That color probably applies really well. That's probably the best swatch I've had so far. This is Kerosene. Oh, that swatched really well too. Okay. Nice. That's nice. This is Strychnine. This is Lead. This is the black. That actually swatched decent. It's not black, right? So these are the colors. And let's get into the look. I'm not gonna lie, the thought of doing an all matte look actually is freaking me out. I don't even know if I can pull it off. I'm gonna start with a Voldemort VM506, and I'm gonna go into the color Lead. And I'm just gonna start deepening up start deepening it up. I mean, what are we gonna expect from a melt shadow? Start deepening it up. It's gonna be like a fucking black hole in 1 second. I honestly don't even know. Do I want to do a halo eye? Do I want to do... I'm going to do a halo eye. Fuck it. Man, that looks really good. And you got to be so careful with melt shadows, because like once you get it to a certain point, that's it. There's no blending it out. There's no going back. From what I've heard, this is the good formula, but in my experience, it doesn't matter how good melt formula is. If you get it to a certain point, you can't blend it out. And going in with the black first is maybe risky. I don't know. Stupid. All right, I was not going to do a halo eye. I'm not sure what just possessed me. I mean, the thought crossed my mind just because I've been liking halo eyes so much lately, but come on. So I'm just going in and getting out the harsh line so that I can go in with the next color, which I honestly really like all these colors. I'm not going to like them on me. I'm almost positive of that. Like, I never like a grungy look on me, so we're just going to shoot for the best here. I'm going to use another Voldemorphe M506, and I'm going to go into the color Strychnine. I'm kind of wearing a 90s, like, hybrid outfit. Like, I'm wearing a t-shirt with a flannel over top of it, but any of us who were alive in the 90s actually know that nothing, like, if the uglier it was, the cooler it was. Like, if it was cool looking, if it was cute at all, like, it wasn't. Everything in the 90s was the uglier, the better. I feel like I could literally like paint myself into a corner with melt, like actually literally, like I'll back myself up so much that I won't be able to get out. Especially, I'm gonna actually do a kind of a weird color combo. So I'm wearing a 90s outfit, only make it cute. Grunge means something very different nowadays than what it meant when I was young. Grunge actually meant like dirty. Like never shower, the shittier your hair looks the better, like don't wash your pants until they're standing up by themselves. Like, these are fucking codes that I live by. I had a vision of what I wanted this look to look like, and now I've completely abandoned that. So I'm gonna go into Cyanide. This is where everything's going to go terribly wrong. And the reason why is because this color is going to be way more pigmented than I need it to be. So I've just got to be super ginger with it. And I'm going like 90% on and like 20% off. Okay, but I'm being so careful. I don't know if you guys can see, like I am actually like barely fucking touching this. I'm keeping this line down away from my brow bone because like at a certain point I'm going to kind of blend it up, but I don't want to do that right now. Oh, this is going to be cute. I honestly actually don't know if it's going to be cute because I don't know what I'm going to do with no fucking shimmer, but these shadows have barely any kick up. I will say that. Like, they are not kick uppy at all. Like, the pattern of the embossment is not like going away quickly by any stretch. It's like holding strong. I'm actually sweating right now. Melt always gets fucky in the crease for me. Let's see if I can get it to fucking behave. The thing about melt, the bottom line for me about melt is it's just so hard. It's just so hard to apply a melt shadow. Literally, the thought of telling like people, so the people that sign up for my course are usually like somewhat already experienced, but I created it for people who are new to makeup, and literally I tell them, do not go after melt, because it'll just like, you know, unless you're like fucking all in on this shit, melt will send you packing, I feel like. Okay, I did not clean my special fucking brush yesterday, which is like necessary. The fact that people have to say, oh, this is the good melt formula, is like... Oh, that looks really good. I wish I would have used this brush to begin with on the other side. Okay, now, should I dip back into this color? I did it. I dipped. Now, I think I'm gonna just kind of do up this lower, I think I'm gonna use this Wolfsbane pencil brush. It's the JH39, and I'm just gonna kind of go in here and, okay, it seems like the crease isn't getting fucky at all. Yeah, it seems like we're still in pretty good shape as far as that crease goes, which is good. I'm gonna use my Unearthly UC86 to go into Strychnine and blend that out. All right, I'm gonna go in with Cyanide. I just want to let you guys know that the reason why I'm not talking very much is because I am running late filming this video, and so I want to get it edited and uploaded quickly. And it's a lot easier to edit videos when you're not talking and like pausing in between and like brushing and then pausing and then talking and then pausing. I'm going to do a cut crease. I'm going to use my P. Louise and Made by Mitchell, or Mama Mitchell, Acid Rain paint in blank canvas. I did that really fucking high, but oh well. I'm going to start with Teensy Tiny, this Voldemorphy Jaclyn Hill 42, and I'm going to go into Sarin, because we knew that this color was going to be not really red. It was going to be like black. I mean, didn't we? Didn't we know that? Okay, and now I'm gonna go in with my Zoeva 232 and I'm gonna go into the color Thallium. I'm gonna use another one of those tiny brushes because I'm kind of fucking up that top line. Yeah, it's just literally all dark. Everything's dark. So I hate this. Literally hate it. I just don't know how to do grungy looks that are all one like dimension. Hate it. Okay, I'm going to, I feel like I look like a raccoon or something, like, period. Okay, and now I'm going to use that tiny brush and I'm going to go into Thallium, that orange color. That's going to make me look like a fucking trash panda. You could literally blend this orange right into this green and it won't make any difference. It doesn't, it's not going to be any more or less muddy. I feel like, is this the look? Can I live with this? It's so ugly. I feel like I look like a lost boy. Like I'm trying to like blend in with the bush. I don't know. I might put something sparkly over the top of that. I expected that orange to be a little bit more true to what it is in the pan. That's not what it is on my eye at all. So I'm a little bit irritated. I'm not gonna lie. I thought it would be a little more fun. I feel like it looks like I'm wearing the head of a fox. Only if I was wearing the head of a fox, it would be more dimensional. I guess this doesn't look, I mean, it doesn't, it looks terrible. It's fucking terrible. I just want to go take a nap and start my day over. I actually look like a lost boy. Like the real kind, not the cute fucking Peter Pan cartoon kind. Like I actually look like Lord of the Flies. I mean, it's a look. Is it something that I literally do not want to wear this at all. It is clearly me that does not know how to rock a fucking serious color story. I need to do something. This fucking all matte shit doesn't fucking cut it. So what am I gonna do? I'm gonna go like this. All right, I'm gonna use the back side of that Zoeva 232 and I'm gonna go into my Peaches and Cream pigment in Cheetah and I'm just gonna fucking put some of this. This brush might be a little bit too big. Maybe I'm gonna use this smaller brush actually. That little tiny bit just helped so much. Good Lord, I can't believe how helpful that is. Thanks, Peaches and Cream. Oh my goodness, that's amazing. All right, I tried to do an all matte look. I still look like Lord of the Flies, but it's something I can dig. I can dig it. Okay, I'm gonna go finish the rest of my face and I'll be back when I'm done. So this is the manifesto, the pièce de résistance. I used my Rouge and Rogue eye wigs in Slayer, my Urban Decay 24/7 Glide On Pencil in Torch, my Menagerie Arthurine Blush Palette in Persimmon, and my Unearthly Low Light Highlighter in Mirage. And I actually still had some leftover powder from that fucking Bitter Lace Beauty, which was like hardcore as fuck. Okay, so here's the deal. I pulled it together. I pulled it together with the orange on the waterline. I pulled it together, but I don't love this. I don't want to walk around in public like this. I got the Hemlock, or I got Wolfsbane, the lippy. It was hard to apply. I had to overline. It was hard. I just feel like everything about what I got was hard. There was nothing easy about this look. There is nothing easy about this palette. There wasn't nothing easy about applying this lipstick. So everything about this look was super hard. Like, I had to work so hard for this. So it literally didn't give me any joy at all to use this palette or that lipstick, which I thought the lipstick would, because this is like the color that I wore my whole life, and I honestly don't have anything in my collection like it. But to be honest, for it to even look good, it's not so dry. I don't think it's as dry. I watched a video about it that the person said it was so dry that she could barely apply it. It's not that fucking dry. Like, I wasn't scared I was gonna break it when I was applying it, but also it didn't like go on like really nice and beautiful either. And so I feel like in order for me to be able to comfortably wear this, I would probably have to go in with a lip liner, which that's inconvenient as fuck for me. So I feel like this palette is essentially a one-trick pony, and I'm gonna tell you why. I feel like no matter what combination you take with this, it's gonna end the same, like almost black. So like I kind of tried to go this route with it instead of just going all the way up the line. So I feel like, I mean, I don't know. It just felt like a one-trick pony, and it feels like a really one-dimensional palette. I feel like I wonder if even this color will give you some dimension, like a gradient at all. And it's fucking flesh colored. They had to create a flesh colored They had to put a flesh colored shadow in the palette to give it any dimension at all. So I don't know. I do feel like I pulled off this fucking like primal. It looks pretty primitive and like it looks cool. I don't know. I'm not going anywhere, so it doesn't really matter, but I wouldn't feel like excited to go out in public wearing this, and it was really difficult to blend out. It was just really difficult. It could be a failing on my part. It just didn't give me any joy. None whatsoever. There wasn't a single second of me doing this look that I felt like really excited about what was going on. I thought this color was going to be a lot more blue, but it's really a deep forest green, and I feel like this is honestly what I feel like this is. I feel like this is a camouflage palette. I feel like the colors in this palette are camouflage. So, which is cool for some people. I just have a really hard time with that. Plus, they were so hard to blend. It was just hard to get a good blend. You guys know, that's not a good blend for me. It's all right. It's all right. It's a one-trick pony and a one-dimensional palette. Like, if you want to lay on color and like all of it. But if you guys haven't bought this yet, if you love the color story, that's great. But just honestly, me being honest, the color story on my eyes isn't what this looks like in the palette. So on the palette, it looks like there's a bunch of different colors, but on my eyes, as you can obviously see, it's like just black on black on black. So, and I look like I'm wearing a fox head. So I probably won't ever buy another melt palette again. I always expect something really fun and amazing to happen when I buy a melt palette, and it just never does. So I don't know. It makes me sad because like it's obvious that the reason why I continue to buy melt is because I like them. I like melt, but I'm just always so disappointed by the results. That not always, but I don't know. You know, it gets harder and harder for me to actually be like turned on enough by a launch because there's so many launches and nothing's new. And so you really have to have some kind of a different relationship with a launch, whether it be the brand or the owner or the vibe or like whatever the fuck it is. You really have to have a different kind of relationship for me I have to have a different kind of connection with a launch for it to be good enough for me to want to buy, because everything is so washed out and watered down at this point. And I felt like this wasn't different. This wasn't different for a melt palette. This is basically the 27 and the fucking Gemini, and like, it's basically like a Mod Podge of all the other melt palettes, which is probably why Bailey Sarian chose these colors, because she loves melt, and so she uses melt all the time. And so melt colors are already her favorite colors, which I don't watch Bailey Sarian, so I'm not into true crime at all. If you guys already bought this and you guys love melt shadows, you're probably going to be happy that you bought it. But I honestly feel like this palette melt is expensive, and the relationship that I have with melt is kind of dying. So I probably won't ever get another melt palette again. I might buy some more of these bullets because I really like the size of these bullet lipsticks. And honestly, they're not minis. That's a full size amount of product in there, but the bullet is like super, it's like magnetic, and it's like burly, and it's also like super tiny, so it fits in your pocket without looking like a tiny little pencil dick. So I don't know, dude, I really like this new case. So anyways, sorry I keep looking at myself in the monitor. I'm just like, eh. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell, because you can't wait to see what happens next. Hit the like button if you like this look, or if you just like my sparkling personality, my boyish charm, and hang out with me in the comments, because I fucking love it. If you got like halfway through this video and you were like, oh my god, she's so pretty till she opens her big fucking mouth, then go check me out on Instagram. I don't talk as much on Instagram. And if you were like, don't sugarcoat it, Katie, why don't you tell us how you really feel, then go check out my Patreon. I don't hold anything back on my Patreon. Thank you guys so much for watching. You could have been anywhere, but you were here wasting your time with me, and I totally appreciate you. Later. Slayer.